to be accepted into the
Mr. President,
society.
my name is Oshiomhole. I represent the great people of Edo North. I rise to support the Sigus in the Ikpeya, but it does not make evil common sense to grant pardon and rehabilitate and reintegrate criminals into society.
It's okay, you have seconded.
Therefore, I support it in toto.
Those in favor of the prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So thank you very much, Senator.
Distinguished colleagues, Mr. President, I rise to support this motion because as it is now, the content is germane with what we are going through in the country. Sometimes you tend to want to sympathize with government about actions that we are taking that are not yielding results and the actions that we are not taking. Mr. President, it's becoming increasingly dangerous for people, even like us, that are protected by government, to walk around the roads in these days. I was at home recently, and I encountered some of the military officers that are keeping vigil over our people. And quite frankly, the demand they put across to me was to the effect that if I can help with some gadgets to enable them carry out effectively their job of surveillance over our people. And Mr. President, one of my subjects, a professor of political science in the Federal University in Wukari, was traveling from Wukari to Benue, very close to a police checkpoint, because the police checkpoint blocked the road, searching and the rest of them. As he was waiting on his queue, some armed men approached him. And Mr. President, you can't believe it. They shot him dead. Right there, very close to police checkpoint. Professor David Salihu is dead and in the morgue now. So if you think about people like that, who can conveniently be killed without any whimpers, then it becomes increasingly scary that we are walking the streets as walking cops, because anything can happen to anybody. In this particular instance, they didn't know even who the person was. They just asked him to come down from his motor to climb a motorbike, and he said, why? Why were they asking him to come down from this thing? And they just shot him like that for arguing with them. So, Mr. President, I think that we can continue to talk here and talk here. But if no definable actions are taken or even announced, then certainly these people, these bandits, will be emboldened and they will continue to snuff life out of ordinary citizens of this country. So, Mr. President, I think that there is an urgent need, if possible, for the leadership of this Senate to meet with Mr. President and re-emphasize the concern of Nigerians. Otherwise, quite frankly, it's becoming and in an election year, anything can happen to anybody. And they take it that it's election violence. So, Mr. President, I think something must be urgently done to contain this menace of insecurity.
Thank you, my leader. You say you have a point of constitutional order?
Just when we were on recess, a colleague of mine, a constituent of mine, retired Major General Rabi Abubakar, died in the hands of bandits.
Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua met me about, I think, when we came to pass to take the vote on the alteration of the constitution to allow for state police, that he wanted to bring forward this motion. But then were bereaved. A member of House of Reps died, and we couldn't sit that day, but we sat the following day. And that day was allocated for the passage of the alteration bill, that constitutional alteration bill that was brought by Mr. President. So we couldn't take this motion. But today he wants the motion to be debated. Is it the view of the Senate that will allow him to move to get this motion dealt with? Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. You may continue.
Thank you, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues. The Senate, concerned that insecurity in Nigeria has assumed increasingly complex, persistent, and alarming dimensions, manifesting through terrorism, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, violent attacks on communities, destruction of livelihoods, disruption of economic activities, and the continued loss of innocent lives across several parts of the Federation. Further concerned that criminal and terrorist groups have become increasingly audacious, sophisticated, and emboldened in their operations, extending their activities beyond attacks on communities and public infrastructure to the targeted abduction, kidnapping, and killing of serving and retired military personnel who dedicate their lives to the defense of the nation. The Senate notes the recent abduction and subsequent death of retired Major General Rabi Abubakar, former Director of Defense Information, and a distinguished officer who served this nation with honor, commitment, and patriotism through his military career, and who was abducted alongside his wife by terrorists in Katsina State. The Senate further notes with grave concern the growing pattern of abductions, killings, and violent attacks against serving and retired military personnel across the country, a disturbing development that reflects both the worsening security situation and the increasing vulnerability of citizens, irrespective of status, profession, or previous service to the nation. The Senate observes that these incidents have occurred across multiple states of the Federation and have resulted in death, prolonged captivity, payment of ransoms, emotional trauma, economic hardship, and psychological distress for victims, their families, and the nation at large. The Senate specifically notes the following incidents. 1. On 1st January 2023, retired Colonel Rabi Ugarba Endoto and his 2 children were abducted by bandits along the Gusau-Safe Road in Zamfara State and were later released following negotiations. On 27th September 2023, retired Major General Richard Chukwu Diduru was kidnapped in Owerri, Imo State, and was subsequently killed by his abductors despite his family paying a $50,000 ransom. 3. On 22nd June 2024, retired Brigadier General O.M. Harold Udokwere was brutally murdered by intruders who invaded his residence at Sunshine Homes Estate, Lokogoma, Abuja. 4. On 5th February 2025, former Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, retired Brigadier General Maharazu Siga, was abducted by bandits at his residence in Siga Village, Bakori local government area of Katsina State, and regained his freedom only after spending 56 days in captivity. 5. On 21st May 2025, retired Major Joe Ajayi was abducted from his residence in Odoape, Kogi State, and subsequently died while in captivity despite efforts to secure his release. 6. In January 2026, retired Colonel Joseph Ajanaku was abducted from his residence in Plateau State and was later rescued by security forces during a special operation. 7. On 30th May 2026, retired Major General Rabi Abubakar, former Director of Defense Information, was abducted by suspected bandits in Katsina State while traveling with his wife and subsequently died in captivity. The Senate, saddened that the death of retired Major General Rabi Abubakar and others in the custody of terrorists represents not only personal tragedies, but also a painful national loss and a stark reminder of the scale and persistence of insecurity confronting the nation. Observes that the increasing frequency with which serving and retired military personnel are being targeted by criminal and terrorist groups represents a dangerous evolution in the nation's security challenges, particularly because some of these individuals previously occupied sensitive operational intelligence and command appointments within the country's security architecture. The Senate notes that attacks on serving and retired military personnel have implications that extend far beyond the affected individuals and families, as they undermine morale within the armed forces and security services, weaken public confidence in the capacity of the state to provide security, and embolden criminal elements who perceive the state as incapable of protecting even those who once defended it. The Senate recognizes that the constitutional responsibility of government to protect lives and property remains fundamental to national unity, democratic stability, economic growth, and public trust in governance. The Senate acknowledges the sacrifices, courage, and patriotism of officers and men of the armed forces of Nigeria, the Nigeria Police Force, the Department of State Services, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, and other security and intelligence agencies who continue to place themselves in harm's way in defense of the nation. The Senate observes that recent developments underscore the urgent need for stronger intelligence gathering, improved intelligence fusion, enhanced interagency collaboration, greater use of technology, stronger community engagement, and more proactive preventive measures aimed at neutralizing threats before attacks occur. The Senate further observes that many retired military officers, particularly those who previously held command, operational, intelligence, and strategic appointments, remain exposed to elevated security risks arising from their former service to the nation, and may become deliberate targets of terrorists, bandits, and kidnapping networks seeking financial gain, revenge, propaganda value, or access to sensitive information. Accordingly, the Senate resolves to 1. Observe a minute silence in honor of late General Rabi Abubakar and all Nigerians who have lost their lives because of terrorism, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, and other forms of violent criminality across the Federation. 2. Senate leadership to immediately constitute a delegation of distinguished senators to visit the family of the late Major General Rabi Abubakar, the government of Katsina State, and the Nigerian Army to convey the condolences of the Senate. 3. Commend the Nigerian Armed Forces and other security and intelligence agencies for their sacrifices and their efforts at securing the country. 4. Urge all security and intelligence agencies to significantly strengthen intelligence gathering, intelligence sharing, surveillance operations, threat assessment mechanisms, and early warning system to prevent attacks and improve response effectiveness. 5. Encourage security agencies to deepen collaboration with local communities, traditional institutions, religious leaders, and other stakeholders to strengthen community-based intelligence and trust-driven security partnership. And lastly, urge the federal government to accelerate the deployment of modern security technologies, including unmanned aerial systems, geospatial intelligence capabilities, integrated command and control platforms, advanced communication systems, and other force multiplying technologies required to combat terrorism, banditry, and kidnapping. I so move, Mr. President. Thank you.
In second, Senator Sitas and also.
Something in Nigeria which all of us are aware of. And some of the issues that we need to look at. There are a lot of issues.
Senator Ikwe, you just read your additional prayer. Go straight to your additional prayer. Don't go to debate again.
We should stop the idea of rehabilitating the Boko Haram. Boko Haram, people who we know that have Boko Haram identified.
Your additional prayers to stop rehabilitation of Boko Haram.
Yes, into society.
I mean, secondary.
Because integrating to society is our problem.
Senator Oshiomhole, you don't want those who repent to be accepted into the
Mr. President,
society.
my name is Oshiomhole. I represent the great people of Edo North. I rise to support distinguished Senator Ikwe But it does not make evil common sense to grant pardon and rehabilitate and reintegrate criminals
Okay,
into
it's okay.
society.
It's okay. You have seconded.
Therefore, I support it itoto.
Those in favor of the prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So thank you very much, Senator.